There's a reason why the silence between you two feels louder than any farewell. The angels want you to feel this, not just hear it. You were sent into his life like a whisper through the veil, not to complete him, but to unlock what he buried long ago. You didn't walk into his world by accident. Heaven watched as your paths aligned with his hesitation. You with your open heart and quiet understanding. He with his restless soul and unvoiced longing. The angels say, you are not here to chase, to beg, or to fix. You are here to remember who you are, so that he may remember who he's meant to be. This isn't about a love that fits into neat boxes. It's about a collision, of soul timing, of divine unraveling. And yes, it feels like you've been the one losing sleep, trying to decode the distance. But love like this doesn't break you. It burns away the false. You were chosen to awaken something sacred. That trembling you sense in him? It's not rejection. It's recognition of a truth he's not ready to voice, but cannot unfeel. You are the echo of a prayer he once made in silence. And now, heaven is answering it, through you. For we are his workmanship, created in Christ Jesus for good works, which God prepared beforehand, that we should walk in them. Ephesians 2 verse 10. There are walls around his heart that even he doesn't understand. Not built with logic or intention, but layered with the weight of years he never dared to feel. The angels show me this. He was taught to survive, not to receive. Especially not love like yours. You didn't do anything wrong. You simply arrived with too much light. And when light hits the wounded, it can feel like pain. The angels say, he's not running from you. He's hiding from what your presence makes real. This isn't about you being too much. It's about him not knowing how to handle something so genuine. You reflect back to him the parts of himself he tried to suppress. And that mirror, it terrifies him. You are not the reason for his retreat. You are the catalyst for his awakening. He needs time, not to forget you, but to forgive himself. For the years he wore a mask, for the love he never believed he deserved. And while he retreats into silence, you may feel abandoned. But the truth is, he's hearing echoes of your soul in every quiet moment. And it's breaking something open. He is not ignoring you. He is collapsing under the weight of everything he was never taught to feel. And your light, your love, is still the only thing shining through. Let me remind you of something sacred. Your worth is not tied to his timing. The angels are clear on this. You were never meant to disappear so he could find himself. Your light is not a sacrifice. It's a sanctuary. He may be lost in his own shadows, but you must not dim yourself to meet him there. You are the keeper of your own flame. The angels say, love him, but choose yourself. Yes, your compassion is divine. Yes, your patience is holy. But none of this requires you to abandon yourself. You were never meant to become empty trying to prove you are worthy of being chosen. Your softness is not a weakness. Your hope is not naive. You are not foolish for believing in this connection. But belief doesn't mean self-erasure. Even angels rest. There is power in tending to your own soul, in honoring your sacred rhythms. Run a bath not to escape, but to return to yourself. Eat slowly. Breathe deeply. Look at your own reflection and whisper, I still matter. I still shine. Because when he returns, and he will, let him meet a woman who never left herself waiting. He saw something in you that both awakened and terrified him, a reflection. Not of who he pretends to be, but of who he could become. That's why your presence lingers in his mind like an unfinished sentence. You didn't just love him. You exposed him. The angels say, you are not his lesson. You are his invitation. You didn't try to change him, but you revealed him. You held a mirror to the parts he buried, his tenderness, his longing, the boy who once dreamed of being loved unconditionally. And he wasn't ready for that mirror. Most aren't. You became a disruption to his numbness. Every time you laughed without apologizing, every time you saw through his silence, every time you stayed open, even when he closed off, he was shaken. Not because you were too much, but because you made him feel. And when someone has spent years mastering emotional survival, feeling can be the most dangerous thing. But the angels remind you, don't regret shining. Don't apologize for the waves your light created. You didn't break him. You simply shattered the illusion that he was unbreakable. It began in silence. Not in loud declarations, not in grand moments, but in the stillness, when everything he used to rely on stopped making sense. That's where the shift began. The angels say, he doesn't understand why, but he's beginning to see you when he closes his eyes, not just when they're open. There are traces of you in everything now. In the song he skips because it reminds him too much. In the scent that brushes past him on a crowded street. In the conversations where your words echo, uninvited and unforgettable. You didn't just visit his heart. You rearranged it. And now, slowly, there is something cracking inside him. A realization. A recognition. A holy discomfort that whispers, she wasn't just someone. She was the one. He's starting to wake up to what his soul has always known, that you are not a chapter, but the whole book he was too afraid to read. This awakening may look messy, hesitant, incomplete, but it's real. And no matter how quietly it's happening, the angels are creating space for it. They're guiding him toward a truth that cannot be unfelt or unchosen. You were always the signal. He just needed time to tune in. This isn't the first time he's pulled away, and it might not be the last. But listen to this, dear soul, it's not rejection. It's repetition. A sacred pattern revealing itself until he is ready to confront what love truly demands. The angels whisper, he leaves not because he doesn't feel, but because he feels too much. Each return is a confession. Each absence, a quiver. You are the one thing he cannot comprehend, and that's why he keeps coming back. He's caught between wanting the peace your presence brings and fearing the surrender it requires. It's not you he doubts. It's whether he can meet you in the depth you invite him to. This connection doesn't move in straight lines. It spirals, pulling you both through layers of healing and old stories longing to be rewritten. And while his leaving hurts, you must remember, the loop is his, not yours to mend. You are not the void he's trying to escape. You are the light calling him home. And even if he turns away again, know this, every return brings him closer to his truth. You are not the chase. You are the arrival. Let him wander. Let him wrestle. The angels are not panicked. They are preparing. You never had to convince him to feel it, he already did. Long before the words were spoken, before the moments were shared, your love entered his life like rain on dry land. Quiet. Healing. Unstoppable. The angels say, she didn't try to fix him. She loved what was still trembling. Your love didn't ask him to be ready. It just created space. And in that space, something began to mend, slowly, invisibly. Even when he couldn't express it. Even when he turned away. You became the medicine he never knew he needed. This isn't about grand gestures. It's about the impact your energy has in the stillness. How your presence softened his edges. How your compassion remained, even when logic urged you to walk away. He may not have the words yet, but his soul remembers. It remembers how your eyes never judged. How your silence never punished. How your heart gave, without needing to be earned. And while he still struggles to fully accept love, the angels are clear: yours was the love that initiated the healing. Even if it goes unspoken. Even if he never fully comprehends it. Your love made a difference. It always does. This isn't just about two hearts colliding. It's about heaven orchestrating a reunion that earth barely understands. The angels are speaking now, not in riddles, but in reverence. This was written long before your first breath. He was always meant to find you. There is a timing that transcends clocks. A rhythm that belongs to the soul, not to schedules. And right now, everything may feel delayed, uncertain, fragile. But trust this: nothing is late. What feels like silence is actually alignment. Even in the pauses, the universe is at work, rearranging his fears, dissolving your doubts, clearing paths not just for union, but for truth. The plan is unfolding. Yes, he's slower than your heart would prefer. Yes, the waiting aches in places you can't name. But the angels ask you to lean into faith, not fear. Because love like this, deeply rooted, heaven-sent, can't be rushed. It is revealed. And in this chapter, while you hold space and light candles for an unseen future, know this: the divine is not guessing. It is guiding. For the vision is yet for the appointed time. It hastens toward the goal, and it will not fail. Though it tarries, wait for it will certainly come, it will not delay. Habakkuk 2 verse 3. He wants to love you more than he knows how to admit. But to love you, truly love you, would mean dismantling every armor he's worn just to survive. And that terrifies him. The angels say, he's not afraid of you. He's afraid of what you awaken. There's a trembling inside him that he can't name. A longing that has no words. Because when he looks at you, he sees a life he never thought he deserved. To let you in would mean letting go of control, of fear, of the belief that real love always leaves. So instead, he pulls back. Pretends he's fine. Distracts himself with noise while your silence haunts him. But don't be fooled. This isn't indifference. It's self-protection. He was never taught how to stay where he feels the most. And you, dear soul, are the epicenter of all he feels. The angels are wrapping him in guidance now, softening the edges of his fear and preparing his heart to take risks. And you? You are not required to carry his healing. But you are allowed to hope. Hope, not as fantasy but as faith. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified, for the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Deuteronomy 31 verse 6. You don't need to wait to be chosen. You already were. Not by his words or his timing, but by a deeper knowing. A place where souls recognize each other before minds can catch up. The angels say, release the outcome. Hold the truth. The truth is, love doesn't always look the way we imagined. It doesn't always arrive wrapped in promises or clarity. Sometimes it's a quiet unfolding, a sacred ache that lingers, reminding you that something real was touched. He may not know how to hold you yet. He may still stumble in his healing. But that does not make your love any less holy. What you shared, what still moves between you, is not undone by his delay. It lives. And now, the call is this: trust without chasing. Let go without closing off. Accept the mystery without needing every answer. You did not fail. You were faithful. To your heart. To your light. To the connection that urged you to expand, to believe, to let go. The angels are still at work. What's meant for you is not slipping away. It's coming, exactly as it should.